Hey everyone. Hey, today we're actually in a custom home that we're building right now, and I'm in the master bathroom. And behind me here is the shower, and I wanted today to show you a detail that we do when we're doing a zero barrier shower and how we actually waterproof that. You can actually see the hot mop pan that we use in order to make that happen. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so out in front of me here is the master shower. And what you're seeing is this is actually recessed into the slab foundation that we have here. So all the black area is what we would call a hot mop. So this is a combination of shingles, like asphalt shingles they use to slope this pan all the way to the drain that you see here in the center. And then they come over here with tar and they build this up. So you have a slope that comes from the outside out in this area here, and then it slopes down over to the drain on all sides. And you can do a linear drain too and slope to one side and do it that way. But they come in here and they build this up after we get this thing prepped for them. So what we've accomplished here, you'll see this is actually the opposite of what you'll see in a typical shower. We're in this area that we're looking at here, out in front of me here, you normally have a curb. So you would come up and you'd put maybe some 2x4s or 2x6s here, build them up, and then the tile would come up and then over and then back down. But here, this is actually recessed. So the idea is that on these showers, you have the tile will run out in front of you out here and then straight into the shower, and it just slopes down over to the drain. So that's the idea of what we're trying to accomplish by zero barrier. So this could work really good for just someone that doesn't want to step over a curb, or someone that's elderly, or that doesn't want that has trouble stepping over a curb, or it could be just for a wheelchair going in there for handicap access. So there's a lot of reasons you can do it. The slab, when we're pouring the slab, you got the level for the house. It's out here. The slab, the height that's here. So what we'll do is we'll depress the concrete down. This is about 3 inches. So, and it's flat in the bottom whenever we depress it. We don't slope it. It's just like a 3-inch depression here in the concrete. So what we do is we come outside of where the glass is going to be, so the shower enclosure where it'll set. So you can see here, what will most likely happen on this one is at this point here where the seat comes up, this enclosure will go here, the glass will run right up here, and it'll go straight up the wall in front of me on this. So when that happens, you have your glasses, you have your waterproof pan runs out to here and up. So the water, it will come here, you'll have your glass, it's all the way back into here, and it's not, the water doesn't travel out past. The pan is actually out past where the glass is at. So you don't have there's no way for the water to get out of here. If it's going to hit the glass, come down into the bottom of the pan, and then it'll run over. So even if it soaked through and pushed over here, it's not getting out and then running out on the floor out that way. So that's what we're trying to accomplish by, we take this, we do the depression farther out then the glass will be on the shower enclosure. So, and that's on both sides that you see that. So you'll notice this is it here. Here's looking down your seat, and then this runs all the way out to the corner, and then we'll turn, and then you go back here, and that glass will end up hitting somewhere over in here and go up. So the backing, you can actually see the backing is here for the glass going up. So when they'll catch that when they go up the wall. So you can get an idea what this looks like from this angle. And they're actually, and even on the back here, this is another block. There's blocks in the back here to make sure that the water's not going to come up the seat, and get out that way. So whenever we are getting, like right now, we're getting ready to insulate this place, and then we'll end up drywalling right after that. So we will protect this. A lot of times it works really well to take some pieces of drywall. You clean this out really good. So there's nothing on it right now. There's a little bit of wood shavings from when they were doing the straight edging on the walls, but we'll take and get it really clean, and then we'll lay a piece of drywall in here, and that'll protect it during the time that the guys are working in here. So that'll help. And then a lot of times, sometimes we'll fill it with water, so there's no issue with the guys they won't step in there. So that's another way to keep guys out of it and protect it from getting it damaged. But we don't want any nails dropping in it and actually creating a problem. So I'm gonna give you another angle on this. You kind of see this here. So 3-inch depression in the concrete, completely outside of the shower enclosure. And we're going about, this one's about 3 inches outside. And you can see that again here, where that glass is gonna go. And you do that on both sides. And then you just get the guys here with the hot mop and you have them slope back to the drain. They put their asphalt shingles down, then they hot mop right over the top of that. And then you got a pan that's waterproof and you got zero barrier going into the shower. All right, well, I hope that was helpful. I helped you learn a little bit about how these zero barrier showers are put together before the tile goes on them and what you got to do to make sure that they are waterproofed and they last a long time. So if you need more information about building a custom home or building an ADU or even doing a whole house remodeling project, feel free to reach out to us. You can go to our website at freemansconstruction.com. We have a ton of information there. Go to our resources tab. We have information on pricing, floor plans. We have a huge FAQ section on our FAQ page that has a ton of answers to questions you might have. So make sure you check those out, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.